Hi guys, Simon Trezellian here, and welcome to the Lockdown Chronicles 5, I think it is. Okay, so I told you last time I was going to sort out my bug out bag and show you what I had there. Here it is. I mean, it looks a lot of stuff, doesn't it? And it all does actually fit into that thing there. So we do have all the things that we need. Now, the only reason I have this, as most of you know, I lost my house and pretty much everything I own in the Malibu fires. The only reason I have this is because it was in a bag, and that's the first thing I actually put into the car. So that's the only reason that this stuff is retained. So I'm just going to go through some of the things as to why we have them. Not everyone's going to need everything like this. You got to remember, I'm a former Special Forces guy, so I have this stuff. But it's things that you need to be aware of, and it's stuff that, at least if you're aware of the potential of how that it could help you in a crisis situation. And by that I mean any type of crisis situation, we can go through. So let's move on. So first of all, then, we have our backpack. It's a military tactical backpack. Everything goes in there. We also have a first aid kit, as I said, really important. As you notice, it's sealed up, so I don't use it unless I actually need it, so I know exactly what's in there. This is a rain poncho, good for against any type of inclement weather. Information is going to be your major friend, so I have this one, a survival handbook for medicine. It tells you everything that you need to know about medicine there. The SAS Living Off the Land, and the SAS book of tracking and navigation. So that's going to give you real good information in regards to things that you can refer to. So I'm just going to go through some of the stuff that we've got. So we've got a waterproof bag. So you put things in there, great to store items that you don't want to get wet. Obviously a light, cute little light that actually works for pretty much everything. Battery operated compass. Okay, so we have both a compass and temperature gauge in there. Normal marching compass as well. Got a number of different compasses. Paracord. This is probably one of the most useful things you'll ever have. It's highly tensile. It's great for putting up bivouacs, tying things to cars, all that type of thing. Little monkey fist. Really good to give people a bit of an attitude adjustment. Little things like this. A card which has various different little things you can use. A lighter. This is put butane fuel in there, and it works as a match. Waterproof bags. This is a saw, so you can actually saw wood to actually make a shelter. Nightsticks, got a couple of those. A pen, marker. This actually works as a self-defense implement as well. We have, this is it's actually a sharpener for knives. Whistle and another compass. A survival kit with another compass. We're certainly going to find out where we are. Fire lighting kits, all sorts of cool stuff like that. Hammer, probably one of the best tools you're actually going to need. A lighter there. We got waterproof matches, carabiners, knife, fork and spoon set, and a spork. So it goes with everything. Knife sharpener, various different knives, sort of combat knives, and we've got slicer knives. We've got a tent as well, just easy, just put it in your bag, you've got a tent there. I told you before about the radio. It's a radio and a torch. You got the cups, bottles there, shamags, balaclava, anti-insect net, notebook, gloves, especially if you're going to be building things. These are sort of gardening gloves essentially, but I've also got combat gloves as well. So, and then more fuel. This is one of my favourite items. It's what I call the door opener. This will get you into and out of most places. Works as a particularly effective weapon as well. but it'll get you in and out of doors, in and out of cars. This is what I love. This is the Extreme Power Monkey. This is your solar power. It comes as a kit, and that will power up your laptop. It will power up your phones. Emergency blankets, really important. We've got a couple of these here. I've actually got like 4 times this of everything, so I can put together about 4 or 5 bags. Mask that everyone's after at the moment. Just tissues, sun cream, a couple of flashlights, different types of knives. So like combat knives, also a knife sharpening set as well, and one of the big ones, a big knife. That's not a knife. And that's your machete for helping build, and the Swiss Army knife as well. It's got all sorts of cool stuff in there. I always go for the biggest one I can. And these things have really helped me through all sorts of things in my life. Water filtration, to be able to test the water. Very useful if you are looking at water from a different source. And water purification tablets, I spoke to you about this before. You can get these, it comes in hundreds. They look after you well. There's a lot more food. Obviously I'll carry another bag of food, but these things are really good. High protein, high nutrition. These are packs that will last you 3 days. That's all the food that you actually need for 3 days. So I've got 2 of those. Little thing to wrap around your face. Can opener. A lot of people forget can openers, especially if you do have cans that are don't have the individual openers. What else do we have here? Gaffer tape. Always need gaffer tape. Anything you want to stick together, put gaffer tape on it. You know? Anything that you want to move, put WD-40 on it. So really important to have this as well. This will get rid of loose nuts and bolts and stuff like that. This is what I was talking about before. This is one of your batteries for your phones. This will actually recharge an iPhone 4 times. Emergency candles, emergency stove and power for the stove as well. A few tools. You don't need a whole tool set. Just little things to be able to carve up stuff. Spanner and pliers. Got spare sunglasses here. Reusable toilet bags as well. The reason that we do that, of course, is that you can be tracked if you leave your crap behind. So putting the toilet bags keeps it sanitary, stops potential cholera, all that type of good stuff. And a bottle. Make sure that you put your water in there. Your other water bottles are actually going to be toxic after a while, so you're just going to be fairly careful on that. So that's essentially what goes into the backpack, and I think that's pretty comprehensive. So most of the things, obviously there's you'd need food and other water as well that you'd can, and then this is what you carry on you. You'd also carry a belt. So your belt, you'd have your ID, any type of personal weapon that you need, small first aid kit, water bottle. That goes around your belt. That doesn't leave you. That stays with you all the time. The backpack is essentially what stays within your reach, within 3 feet of you during any type of crisis situation. This is not something you want to lose. So it needs to be with you all the time. And then after that, then you have stuff that goes into your car, and I might well do a little video on what you should be keeping in your car to look at that. Notice I haven't done anything yet about any firearms. I mean, it's a touchy subject for some people, and some people don't have access to that. It's not something that I really want to overly go over, but if you have access to things like that which will enhance your survivability and put the odds in your favour, then that is something that is a choice for yourself. So that is what you could possibly require. Most of you would see that as a positive advantage going into any type of crisis situation. So all of these things can be attained freely on the internet or any camping shop. A lot of gas stations will stock a lot of this stuff. To put it all together, you're talking of a couple of $100. You can get these 3-day packs, survival packs. They'll have some of the basic stuff here, but it's certainly worth just having around. So that's the Lockdown Chronicles 5. Hope that's been of some use to you, and at some point we'll see you again soon. So this is Simon Trezelyan, out to you.